everyone! Today I will teach you how to make super simple and easy lentil sauce. Growing up, this was very popular to make, and I can tell it's still a very popular dish because it's super fast, it's filling, and also it's low budget. So let's start with ingredients. We will need 1 cup of uncooked, just regular lentils, 5 cups of water, 1.5 teaspoons salt, a half of a medium-sized onion, 1/4 of a cup of oil, here I'm using olive oil, 1/4 of a cup all-purpose flour, 3/4 of a tablespoon of vinegar. I'm using just regular white vinegar. We buy it in a bulk, so then I put it in a glass jar. And then we will pair it, and you can do either eggs, fried eggs, or roasted kielbasa or hot dog. I like both, and one day I would do eggs, the next day I will do kielbasa. So it's up to you what you prefer. And then it's also being paired with bread. The most typical is to do the Czech rye bread, which I baked yesterday. Here is beautiful loaf of bread. So if you wanna know how to make it and you wanna make it the traditional way, then go ahead and check out the link in the description on YouTube, which I will post for the bread, so you can make it and just the taste will be like you remember from home. Or if you never had it, I recommend you try it because it's so good. So let's start with the recipe. Here I just rinsed 1 cup of lentils, so let's add them to the pot. Add 5 cups of water and 1.5 teaspoon of salt. Give it a stir so the salt can dissolve. Let's turn on the heat to high and put the lid on the pot and let's bring it to boil. I usually leave a little space for the steam. The lentils are boiling now, so let's boil them on a gentle boil. So lower the heat so they are just softly boiling, and let's boil them for half an hour. And you don't have to stir it because it's nothing that will burn. Just make sure that it's boiling the whole time. While we wait for our lentils to be done boiling, we can already prepare our onion. So get a pot and now cut the onion in small pieces, so smaller the better. So this was a half of the medium-sized onion, so let's add it chopped finely into a pot. And let's wait before we start roasting this onion. We have 10 minutes before the timer is up for the lentils, so you want to start now roasting the onions. So let's add 1/4 of a cup of oil. Turn the heat to high, and I will just mix it for now, but then you want to leave the onions just being roasting and without stirring unless you see some burning, but they need to have a chance to roast. This is what you are looking for, that they will be all bubbly. I still have it on high, the flame. It takes a while for the onions to get roasted. It's been 6 minutes now, so you see a little bit of darkening on some onions, so I will give it a stir. After 7-8 minutes on high heat, it's nice color now. So I will lower the flame and add 1/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour. And now you want to stir it. And this will be our thickening roux for the lentil sauce. This looks good. So let's turn it off, and our lentils have half a minute before they are done. Perfect timing. Let's see. The lentils look perfect. Some are already cracked open, which this way you can tell that they will be done. But I will taste them just to be sure that they're soft, so I recommend doing it. And they're definitely soft. So we will be adding our thickening roux. Just scrape off everything from the pot, so I can just then pour it all at once. Scrape it all, and now you want to stir it so it can thicken nicely. Let's add 3/4 of a tablespoon of vinegar. Stir it in, and we are done. So now the sauce is done, and I will show you how I fry the eggs. And don't forget to put the lid back up, this way the lentils stay warm. For the frying eggs, I will use my cast iron skillet, which I like to use, but you can use any pan you have. And I put a little bit of grapeseed oil. Again, you can use any oil. That's good for high temperatures. So I will let the pan heat up because for the eggs, so they don't stick, for the cast iron, it has to be super hot pan. And my beautiful chickens contributed eggs. This is from Cupcake and this is from Cappuccino. So if you follow me, you know that we have these amazing beauties. So I think the pan is hot enough. So let's put the eggs on. Crack it. It does like to spread, so you can just try to keep it in one place. And I put a little bit of salt, a pinch of pepper. I try to get the oil under the eggs. I already, with the spatula, detach it from the pan. And now you can see it has a nice crust. So you can also check underneath with spatula. And this one is ready to be flipped. I do like the egg yolk to be a little runny, so this one is already done. So I will remove it. So here is the final meal. If you like it thinner, you can add a little bit more water. And also wanted to say that next day it will thicken up some more, so you can just add more water to thin it. And now it's time to feast on this incredible meal. So as you see, this was super fast. It didn't take long, and it's also easy, I would say. So let's go for it. This is so good. Like, it's hard to believe that lentils can be this tasty. It's no boring lentils. Maybe you had in the past some dishes that you were not so fond of, but if you try this, the onions, the roasted onions, give such an incredible flavor into this meal. And the vinegar, a little touch of the vinegar just brings up the flavor. And now when you pair it with the eggs and bread, oh man, the egg, and now the amazing bread. This is just Who is drooling? Who is going to make it? I hope you do, because I can guarantee you will love it. Anybody who tried this, they just always say how delicious it is. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you haven't. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter, also Instagram. I'm also on Pinterest. So I hope that you enjoyed this and have a great rest of the day. Bye guys!